mercy. That is the all-new Springfield Armory Echelon Comp. This pistol, if you saw our initial review of the Springfield Echelon, you knew that we were big fans of it. And I don't think we're gonna have any difference in being a fan of the all-new comped version of it, because 17 rounds out of the gate, that thing shoots good. Wow. The initial Echelon, without the comp, shoots really, really well. It's a very flat shooting gun in general, and and really, out of the box, the Echelon is so slept on as far as for like how the quality is, how they shoot, everything you get. These really come as a gun with everything you need, not needing a single thing and being ready to go out of the box. They have good triggers, good slide serrations, that has like a wedge design in there, and they're just, overall, the quality on them is fantastic, and I really can't say enough good things about it. Like the slide serrations, how you grip the gun is nice. Coming back here on the rear, there's like wings basically you can grip onto if you want. Press checks are easy. The comp design on here, they basically is like a wedge cut out of it that is canted backwards. The overall port size is more comparable to like what you would see on an XR920P versus like what you see on the new Smith & Wesson. Now what I'll tell you is that this pistol shoots softer than the Smith & Wesson. Now we'll do some videos and things like that after this one. This is just about the Echelon Comp. Really feels really good in the hand. Obviously we have a light on here, but what I'll tell you is that I shoot all of these pistols like this with the light on it, so I can't sit here and say, oh, the light's doing a whole bunch. But I can tell you though, is that this gun with this nightstick light shoots softer than the Echelon by a good margin. I mean, versus like the Pro Comp, the Hellcat Pro Comp, that pistol, it's more like a 10% difference in recoil. This thing feels much more like a 15 to 20% difference in recoil compared to the regular Echelon. And of course, there's a really good trigger on these, and this is something I want to show you guys right now with the Echelon. So the take up with the trigger itself is soft, and then you have like a wall portion there, and there's just really no creep at it. It just feels really good. Short reset. It's just a really overall good breaking weight trigger, very, very usable duty trigger, and these pistols themselves, from the thousands upon thousands of rounds that we have through 3 separate Echelons. We were given one from Springfield. We bought 2 more of them because we just happened to like them, including one with the threaded barrel. And then, they did send this to us, but what I'll tell you guys is, I can tell you right now, without having shot this too much more, the price point that these come in at like 750 bucks, and they're gonna be less on the street, you'd be hard pressed to really find a better shooting gun in its price range. I mean, the XR920P is good, and like I said, we'll go through all the other guns on the market and we'll do a full-blown video on all of those. But this thing right now, as it comes, just really no frills, just a chop in the barrel or a comp, is just really good. So many folks will ask, why do you want a comp on your gun? Well, it's really a simple answer. I want to shoot faster. The faster you can pick up your sights, because they come back down on target, and you're able to anticipate basically that sight tracking and get it back to where you want it to be, you can fire faster and have faster follow-up shots. I hope that translates, because that is nice. I honestly haven't shot the Echelon in a while, and I forgot how enjoyable this is to shoot. Shooting steel is a lot of fun. It really, if you're trying to shoot fast and transition between targets, it's really hard to beat shooting steel. But when you really want to see how your shots ultimately track on paper, you got to just shoot paper. You got to shoot it on paper. I highly encourage everybody to shoot on paper. So what I want to do with this thing is I'm going to shoot a build drill, and hopefully I can count. Usually I cannot, but we're going to shoot a build drill on paper and see how this thing feels under that type of performance from the draw. So not too bad, not great either. A little too many rounds. Let's try it again. So I'm shooting a little high. Really, it's probably gonna come down to the fact that I'm not really lining up my sights all that well. It is what it is. That's why we practice. What I'm doing now is like controlled pairs. Now when I shoot controlled pairs with this pistol, I'm recognizing that on a 50% Opata target, I'm getting little to no deviation. In fact, I'm practically shooting like 2 rounds touching on there, and it just feels really good. You're not fighting the pistol whatsoever under recoil, regardless of how fast you want to pull the trigger. And that's truly the beauty of the comps. Then I would also probably tell you right now, unless you're gonna put a threaded barrel in your Echelon, you would be remiss if you didn't get the Echelon Comp version, because it is much better. Before we finish up today, I think it's important to show you guys the difference between the standard Echelon and the comped version. So first off, we'll start off shooting that standard Echelon so you can see the difference side by side. Overall, the Echelon does feel good, but I can tell you right now, it's a pretty significant difference shooting this non-comped version versus our comped version. So let's shoot that comped version. This is the Echelon Comp. It's a big difference. That should really translate on a camera for you guys to see, but there is a very, very large difference in how the two of them feel, especially how the gun tracks. I'll tell you that the comped version really tracks more straight up and down versus anything left or right at all. It's just really flat shooting. You can really feel that comp really drive that muzzle down, and it's just, guys, like I said, I'll tell you right now, and we'll just close it out now, because there's really no doubt in my mind that if you're interested in the Echelon, you should definitely get the comped version over the standard Echelon, unless you're looking for a gun with a threaded barrel. If you want the threaded barrel model, get that one. But if you're not gonna run a suppressor and you just want a good shooting pistol, the Echelon comp version is absolutely fantastic. And just wait until we do a future video when we compare all of the most common striker fired comped guns on the market for 2024.